combine everything that you have learned: variables, conditions, loop, place, function, and dictionaries. We have learned all this already. So we are going to be playing with all this in this our final week so that we can go ahead doing the final assignment and project for ourselves. Then also, I see that the president are asking for him to give me assignments that I'm going to share to you guys. Questions. He has not responded, but there's nothing. There's no problem about that. I have the ones that I'm going to send to you. So when we are done with this class today or tomorrow, I'm going to share what everybody should do and submit. And I want to believe that you are capable of doing them. All right, so we will be the simple oil and gas well monitoring system using Python. Now, this project simulates a small data set from an oil field and use Python to analyze it. Now, going to the topic, building the data and understanding the problem. That is actually what we are doing today. And in real oil and gas operations, engineers constantly monitor wells using data such as pressure, temperature, and oil production. So the two main most important category or value or detail that must always be set in oil and gas is pressure and temperature. You don't work without those two things because they are constantly changing and they are constantly looked after. So today we are going to simulate this type of data and write Python code to analyze them. That is what we are going to be doing today. And this is actually a simple oil field data set where each well contains the name of the well, the pressure, the temperature, and production done at that day. So I want to believe that we are seeing my screen and we are following, and everybody is following up. Follow me up. Can you see my screen? Are you following? If you can see your screen. All right, thank you very much. So we'll go ahead. Now, if you observe, this is actually a list of wells name that is written in the form of dictionary. It's a list of well names that is written in form of dictionary, meaning that we have a list. The first item in the list is a dictionary, second item is a dictionary, third is a dictionary, fourth is a dictionary, and the last one is a dictionary. So I don't know if anybody is confused about this. I'll go ahead printing what we have here to print the wells. And when we print them out, see that we have everything printed out like this form. So they are in the list form, just that they are written in a dictionary. So it means that you can have a list. You can have a dictionary under a list, and you can have a list under a dictionary. And you can have a dictionary nested in a dictionary and a list nested in the list. You can always write it anyhow you want, provided you know what you are doing and what you want to build. So if you want to view our data set clearly, you can go ahead by extracting specific information from the data set. For example, now if you want to print the wells, each of them individually, you can just print them by looping through them. When you loop through them, you print each of the wells. So you look at just like we are looking through a list, the first item, second item, third, fourth, and last. So these are the wells that we have from where A to where E. We have the pressure, the temperature value, the production done. So while we are following up, like I said to everyone, the class is not much that we have to do for today. Not much. It's for us to understanding what we have learned and preparing ourselves for the final quiz and assignment. Now, printing only well names. So what we are doing actually is for us to actually use what we have learned, understand them, understand what we have learned, and actually work with them. That is the main purpose of today's class for now. So we have learned variable, condition, loops, list, function, and dictionary. So we want to use them. there's no there's no need of going ahead to be learning other functions and other Python conditions and um, Python programs when you have not actually make our mind around this and try to understand more about them and how to use them like how to use them so that whenever we come across anything that to do with combining them, we are very confident that you can do it. Now we want to print the word names. This is us printing each words. You can see the word, we have 5 words there. So we want to print each name of the word. So just like here we have word A, word B, word C, word D. So if we want to print them, just like we know, we already looked through the word to print them. Now we can look through to print the word name. So you call upon each word and call the name. This name represents the name. Yes, going to call each name one by one. So when I run the code, you have where A, B, C, D, E printed out. So if you are seeing what I'm doing and you follow up, fine. If you feel like you don't understand what I'm doing, or maybe you don't feel like what I'm doing is correct, or I'm not following up, you can let me know. But I believe that we all know what I'm doing, and we have all practiced this for ourselves before. It is not new. So this is us looking through the way and printing the way names. Also, we can do what? Printing production values. We can look through the well and print the production values to print the production values of the well. So we go again, we look through it and we print the values. So we go for where in wells, print where production. These are the way we call upon the names. We are calling what the production values. So this is very, very easy and correct. So you can go away again and say you want to print what? You want to calculate total feed production. Now, what is happening here now? You know, in the way we have the names, the pressure value, the temperature value, but this is actually the production done by way A, by B, way B, and way C, and way D. Now, what you can do is to calculate the total production value, what the total feed production. That's what you want to calculate now. So how do you do that? You know, naturally, we are meant to add the whole production from where A to where E. So how do we go about adding them? How do we tap into the data sets like this now in adding them? Just what we do is just to look through them and sum them together. So we assume that total production is 0, initial value is 0. Then we look through them for where in wells, total production plus equal to well production. We already understand what this is going to do. It's going to add each well. It's going to be doing additions here. The first way will come, you add it and update the production number. Second way will come to add our update. So after the updation has been done, when the loop is complete, then to now print total production value here. So if I should run this code to loop and print 21,600, meaning that if you should add these values one after the other, you're going to have what? 21,600 as a total weight production, total feed production. And I want to believe that that is fine to everybody. You already get that. You see that nobody is stopping me to tell me that they don't know what I'm doing, because I believe that if I'm doing this and you're not complaining or you're not stopping me or you're not muting your mic, I'm muting your mic, shows that you're following up what I'm doing and this is not new to you. And if that is so, it means that you have actually learned well. And this is actually a test to know if those that have been in the class have learned at all. Then we'll go ahead to what? Calculate the average production. How do we calculate the average production? I've already showed us what this function does, this len function. It prints what? It prints the number of, it calculates the number of, it calculates the number of value that it is sent to it, this len function. So if you have Anthony here, Anthony is string. So it's going to calculate the number of letters that make up Anthony. If I should run the code, you see 7 printed out, because Anthony is string. Now, if I should find the len of our well, it's going to print the number of it's going to print the number of a list that this was a list, so it's going to print the number of values that is in the list. So if I should run the code, it's 5. Why? Because our arrays contain 5 lists, and those lists additionally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see the way A to E is 5. So it's printing the number. So what len does, it prints the number of a particular stuff. If I say A is equal to a list of 1, 3, 5, I have 2, I have Shola. So you can see now A contains a list 1, 2, 3, 4, a list of 4 values. If I find the len of A, look at tell me what len of A is going to give me. Look at meet the mic and tell me what len of A is going to give me. You can meet the mic. Tell me what len of A is going to give me. Am I in the call? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I think you give us 4.
Why did it take you time to answer? But thank you for answering actually. At least you answered. A lot of people didn't answer. So you are correct. Len of A is 4. So it shows that you know what I'm trying to say. Then if you want to go ahead and know, if you want to go ahead, I've already taught that before. It's not something I'm teaching for the first time. Everything I'm doing here, I've already learned it before. So now average is equals to total production divided by learned web. So meaning that you want to find the average. Average is sum divided by the what? The number of it. So the total production is the sum which you have calculated there, 21,000. Then divided by the number which is what? 4. It's going to give us the average. This is normal mathematics. So if I should run this code, we have what? 4320. This is the average production. Fine. So we go ahead to what? Detecting high pressure well. So we want to know which of the wells have high pressure. If you look at it, you are trying to check for well in wells. If well pressure is greater than 34,000, so you are using 34,000 as our threshold value, meaning that anywhere that is above this particular value means that it is what? It has high pressure. Now, if you want this code, you are going to observe that only wells that their values are above 3,400 is going to be printed out. If you go back and look at about that, let me pick this and paste down, so it's very easy for us to catch up. If you check our arrays here, you are going to see pressure. We have 3,200, 3,500, 3,000, 3,700, 3,000, and 2,900. So for our threshold value, we say that anywhere that is above 3,400 is what is very high. Now, if this particular loop wants to loop through this way, it will loop through them and check each value there. If they are greater than 3,400, anyone that is greater is going to print what? High pressure well. There to call the well name. So now it's going to call which of this well name has high pressure and to print it out. So if I should run this code now, we see what? High pressure well B, high pressure well D. So it tells us that well B and well D has what? High pressure. You can see how useful and how nice this can be used in the industry. We want to know which of our wells have what? High pressure or low pressure. You don't need to start opening the well one by one or start going to the field physically. That is going to like just like imagine you traveling from here to Jos or from here to River State where oil production is being done, and you want to detect which way has high production. I can just be where I am now. Probably if I'm in Abuja or I'm in Kano, I can there with my laptop and just check the well data set. I'll go tap into the well database and write my code. From there, I can know which of them has I project instead of going there physically to detect it from the what from the readings of the well. You don't need to go there. Since everything has already been logged in the database and it is being done in real time. Real time meaning that whatever is happening, it is being updated. So this is how much you can actually work in the industry using what? Using web production and the rest. Now we are using Python to analyze the data and look at us. Don't worry, if you want to know some assignments, I'm going to create a Google form. So someone's asking me how to do some assignments. Please. So now we are going to do it like this, and you see how nice it has what it has bring out the words, the words that are what I. If I should reduce this and put it less than or equal to, I will say less than equal to, I will say I want to print what normal pressure. I want to say normal pressure wave. So maybe I want to print waves that are less than or equal to 30,400 as normal pressure wave. But if you run this code now, we see other waves being printed out where A, where C, where E that was less than or equal to 2,400, and that is true. So they're all what normal pressure wave. You can just play along with. We have done something like this before. So imagine this our where is our database. Like someone asked me last time. Imagine this our where is our database. If I should do this like this and say this is equal to what database. So maybe you're not seeing it. This is Google database. You're not seeing it. So how do you now work on it since you're not seeing it? This is how you do it. You tap into it like this. But for the fact that it is written here, that's why it is looking to you people like as if it is nothing. In real life, you're not going to be seeing all this thing. They're not going to be seeing the way they are written here. They're just going to be working behind the scene like as a god, tapping into the way and printing what you have there and the rest. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So now this is actually all what we have today actually for this Saturday class. What I'm going to be expecting is question and answer. So now you see that what I've just done now is that I've used what if I go up to check what I've done, I've used variable, I've used condition, if I've used loop, I've looped through it, I've used list, I've used functions, and I've used dictionary. So you can see how much more we have learned all this, and everybody's quiet because it shows that we are now big boys and big girls in terms of these words here. If you meet this in any exam, any competition, if you meet this in any class work or anything, you are going to fire down because why? You are not a boss. So there are more to all this. There are in-depth theories in all this, but it is when you keep learning or when you keep solving problems, like you are going to send to the chat, that is when you understand more. But the honest truth is that you have all done this, understand this, and now the purpose of this class, of this book I've covered, the scheme of work of this bootcamp have been covered, and it has been well taught because you all now understand those things, and now you are busy to play along here, and that should be all for today. So common mistake that we do is that we forget to put around our dictionary keys. So meaning that in our dictionary, you guys forget, some people usually forget to put these quotes like this temperature or our name, these keys. We forget to put quotes there, and that is actually one of the common mistakes we usually make. They're forgetting indentation. It's like the way we have loop here. Look at this guy now, for loop. You can see this if is indented, and even this if itself is a loop. It has print indented. So some of us usually forget to put our thumb for indentation. Then last thing, confusion between list and dictionary. Most of us are still confused about what is a list and what is dictionary, and I believe that I stress that a lot. The where is a list that contains 5 dictionaries in it. So this is actually very, very nice and good. And I want to believe that my battery running down. So please, I will want to expect questions from every one of us now. Why I mute my mic. If you have any question that I want to ask, please do. If not, I'll just tell you one or two things about what you should be expecting for the assignment and how you are going to submit it. Then you guys will now um, look forward to tomorrow's class, which is the final one. Because tomorrow class also have its own assignment. So and also after tomorrow's class, you have your final project for the whole boot camp. All right, so let me hear from everyone.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
So
Please just speak.
so first of all, I wanted to say thank you very much, sir, for how well you have been taking the classes so far. To be honest, like I see the energy and the passion you are using to actually teach our members these things. And normally, the way I have seen some members here safe, they are always turning up for the classes. They are always looking forward to it. But I want to first apologize that sometimes the classes, sometimes the attendance might be low. I know low attendance sometimes discourages the tutor. So I just want to apologize on behalf of our members, because some of them are actually planning to actually settle down in school. They've not even settled down. The school just resumed and they have not given them hostels. So I think that's more reason of things that cause this thing. So that one, I'm really sorry about that, sir. And that's why we have the recording session to always give to the students so that they can watch it later on. But I'm sure that they will submit their assignments to get the certificate of the training course. So on behalf of everybody at SPU, we really appreciate the effort you have been putting into this thing. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. Yeah. So if I would ask any question, I don't really have much question to ask regarding this stuff, because I kind of understand the concepts that you have explained. It was really explanatory and I was able to get the concept, especially when you say don't forget to put this tom don't forget to put this tom. So all those things, I think it's these are terms that can make us to actually remember anything we are doing and we have learned here. So that's just all I have to say. Thank you so much, sir. So if any of us have any question, please let's ask. Thank you.
All right. All right. So that is fine. I will expect more from everyone. Anything I want to say before I move ahead. Yeah, I propose you use some terms and sometimes I will speak both instead so that we all understand, because we all know that um, so if we are 50 in this class, 40 of us are giving birth to Nigeria. It's only 10 that might be giving birth to UK or Canada or Russia. So if you are 5, 4 is giving birth to Nigeria. So we should not underrate or understate our broken. So when I say tom or when I say um, this gap here or this space here, it shows that that one will enter our head. Gong. So I just try to limit myself from speaking Yoruba because most of us are not. Oh yeah, we have if they are 20, 15 are Yoruba, but I know that there are some still Igbos there. So if not, assuming we are only Yoruba students here, the class would have flow better because also Yoruba law, well, but it's fine. Everything good like that. Paul is already laughing. It's fine. So thank you everyone for how it has been. So I want to hear from anyone, any question I want to ask so that we flow. It's good you speak or teach your language so that you don't it doesn't look foreign to you. Because we only know it as snake right from time. I believe that after this boot camp, we're not going to be calling it a snake again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
And thank you very much for your time and the effort you have put so far. But my question is that if Google collapse now and Python and Anaconda, which one is the best for us that just beginning for beginners? Which one is best?
Okay, now I want to hear you back. Google Colab and what?
The other Python, that's one I play. One is called Anaconda. Anaconda Python. I normally use for.
Perfect, perfect.
So which
Okay,
one is
so
better?
I'll just go ahead. I'll go ahead to answer that. The honest truth is, if you're a beginner and you have a laptop with you, a beginner and you have a laptop with you, I will advise you to go with the Jupyter notebook that you can download on your laptop or your phone or your system, and which is Anaconda. You can download Anaconda. It has everything there. It has PyCharm. It has even Aru programming language. It has Spider. It has VS Code. Anaconda is a package that has other programming languages there. You can just click on anyone and open your Jupyter notebook. Now, Google Colab is a Jupyter notebook. Yes, Google Colab is a Jupyter notebook, meaning that it is the same thing as Jupyter notebook, where you write your code. Now, Google Colab or Jupyter notebook, it is mainly used for data analysis, data science, machine learning. Anybody that is actually writing something like analyzing data and trying to see results, it is mainly used for that. But it is not as if it is not used for other purpose. For example, you cannot be doing you cannot be doing web development with Google Colab now. I want to be doing so it's something like website development normally is VS Code. So what I'm trying to say is that anything that has to do with writing code like Python, C++, you can do that in Google Colab. So in short form, Anaconda also has Google Colab. You can also get Jupyter Notebook download on your system. Now, what I'm trying to say is that all of them are the same thing. But if you are starting and you don't have internet connection, but you have laptop with you, just go and download PyCharm. Go and download PyCharm. PyCharm is what you're going to be using offline. You don't need to own data for the whole year, for the whole data. You use your PyCharm and you do. The difference is that those packages not by now go off of your point PyCharm. VS Code. You can use of course no VS Code more than Python mainly. Now you can use VS Code to do your data analysis. Download your Python library in VS Code and you don't need to own data for the whole time. Learn your Python very well with VS Code. So in Russia, you can use VS Code any other one, but if you have network or if you have data, even though it is one megabyte or 2 MB, why am I saying one? Though 1 MB cannot work, but I just want to let you know that it doesn't collect much data. I just want to use that word. So even though you have 1 MB or 2 MB, you can always open Google Colab and run your code. Now, what is the advantage of Google Colab? If you are using Google Colab, which is different from PyCharm or VS Code, that is on your laptop, Google Colab is on the cloud. You can travel from here to Castina or from here to Germany. Open your laptop, put your email, and continue from where you stop your Colab. But you cannot do the same thing for VS and PyCharm, and you have to carry your hard disk or your flash drive with you. Just like the way I put your music in your phone back and put your music back. Unless you are using what you call it, Spotify, that you can open Spotify from any place. Once you just log in, you can play your music back. But if you are playing your music directly from your phone, you have to carry your memory card so I can play it back anywhere you go. So the Google Colab is on the cloud. If you travel to Malaysia, you can always log into your email. Your Google Colab is saved directly to your drive, your Google Drive. So whatever you do is saved on your Google Drive. Next 2 million years to come, if Google is still a company and still exists, you see your Google Colab there. this thing I'm teaching you guys now is going to be on my drive forever unless I delete it. So meaning that it is always going to be with you. You don't need to be afraid of you lose your data. But in PyCharm or VS Code, it is not online unless you save your information on Git or GitHub. Apart from going through Git and GitHub, it is on your laptop. If you lose there, if your laptop crash, you have lose all your file and you have lose all your projects. Maybe you want to share to an employee and you have already done like 3 to 4 projects. Your laptop does crash. That is all. It's gone. So I don't know if I've understand, if I've explained to you. If you are starting and you have data, or you're just starting, you just want to start learning, go with VS Code or PyCharm. PyCharm is recommended. Or you can just download the digital notebook or your laptop. But if you have small money to buy data, or you can actually go online, just use Google Colab. It has everything installed there. Almost everything, all libraries already installed there. Don't need to start installing libraries again because Google already know that this is actually the platform for AI. And they built it for themselves and for other people to use. So I hope that is fine.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. So I would like to welcome further questions if you'd like to ask. Or I'll move ahead to tell us what is next. All right, so thank you everyone for today's class. And this is 155, meaning that it's not up to 2, but that is very, very fine to me. Everybody have tasks. I have a lot of tasks ahead of me now. So what is next? What are we expecting next? We are going to be expecting me sending multiple questions that has to do with lists, dictionaries, conditions, loop, function, and the rest. But the questions I'm going to be sending is not going to be just for this class. It's going to be our project for the entire class. So I'm going to send about 5 or 6 questions or 10, depending on the vibe that I have. That means my time. So it's going to be as the overall class project that if you have done that questions, it means that you successfully attend the classes and you have learned the scheme of the class of the bootcamp, and you are now good to go to be certified as someone that have learned the beginner level of Python programming. So the honest truth is this is actually beginner level programming. Yes, and 1 or 2 of this is part of the intermediate level. Yeah, 1 or 2. Function dictionary is actually part of intermediate. In fact, it's intermediate level, but not too deep. Before you're now going to advance. So you can see that the intermediate and advanced level of Python programming. There's even beginner plus, intermediate plus, there's advanced, and there's professional. So it is now up to you to move ahead and explore. Now, the honest truth about the advanced and professional side is the advanced and professional side is you applying what you have learned in beginner and intermediate into various fields that you want to apply it to. For example, you can go advanced into web development, you can go advanced into mobile app development, you can go advanced into robotics, embedded system, IoT, cybersecurity, data, machine learning, data science. You can go advanced into cloud computing, edge computing. You can go advanced into video creation, content writing. You can go advanced into research writing. You can go advanced into mass communication. That means creating content and graphics. So you can apply Python into music, arts, into dance, can apply Python into cognitive science, laboratory tests, medical lab, health lab. So you can see these are advanced, not professional, even advanced. When you now go to professional, it means that they're not the one everything. So there is no field that you want to apply Python into that it doesn't work. So it's not left for you to explore the field of programming generally and become your own god. You can create your own TikTok, your Instagram, your own WhatsApp. You can create anything with Python. You can do your Power BI, your tabular, data visualization with Python. So what am I trying to say? We have learned the basic concept of programming, not just with Python. This guy that you have learned is the same thing with, if you are a programmer here or you have done one or two programming or that programming language, yeah, believe me with this, if you have not done that, just believe what I'm trying to say. What you have learned here, if you carry C++ now, you finish it, you masterclass C++ in 5 seconds now, meaning that 5 seconds, meaning that you can do it in 2 weeks. You can learn this concept in C++ now. That is the address. C is the address. That's the hash. You can carry Java. If you want to go and become a mobile developer, go and pick Java. Go and pick Swift. Go and pick React Native. Go and pick React. Go and pick JavaScript. If you want to do anything in the world of programming now, web development, backend, front end, want to do full stack, just go and pick any programming language now. You are going to be a god in 2 weeks. It's not, I'm not typing anything. I'm trying to, this, what you have learned now is the same thing for, imagine you can do this thing. It means that you can do it for JavaScript and for Python and for Java. You can do anything you want to do because this is generally for all programming languages. You can check. So when you want to go and learn Java today, they're going to start from variables, condition, loops, lists, and you have already learned them. The only difference is that you're going to learn their syntax. So I want to believe that that has been well said. Then I will say that personally, as the person I am, if you see what we have here is what I'm actually the assistant lead for YP Communications / Sustainability / CSR team lead in SP Lagos. So I'm a YP member of SP Lagos section, and I'm actually serving in the YP category as the assistant team lead. Also, I'm the founder of Lunastech Technology. So what I'm trying to bring up here is that in Lunastech, we actually do bootcamp. We do bootcamp. The one that is ongoing now is the one for data analysis and machine learning. It's ongoing. This is actually the 5th week. Next week is going to be the 6th week for the bootcamp. That is what I'm trying to say. As I'm preparing you for this class, as I'm teaching you, I'm actually teaching another people in Lunastech. Yeah, what they are learning is way beyond what they are learning here. They are learning data analysis and machine learning. So I was given an option to take Python or data analysis, but I choose Python. Why? Because I cannot be doing both of them. I have to put much time and attention to the brand I'm building. So I can just generally teach you guys Python programming. And that's why I'm teaching you guys Python. It's not like I cannot teach you data analysis. Yeah. So if you want to learn more, you want to advance in your skill, you can chat me up. Then I will know what I will do, whether I will teach you general Python programming, or I'll teach you data analysis, or I'll teach you data science. It depends on the area of which you want to go. But being that said, I will end here, and I would like all of us to be expecting our next class tomorrow. But if you want to ask me direct questions now, you can ask me. So the group, you can ask me questions way beyond just Python class, so that you can use probably 10 minutes to answer personal questions. But if you want to ask me on my DM, that will be fine. But I think I will have more time now, because anything DM, you have to be me trying to respond, and unless you call me. Well, this time that I've already dedicated for this class is best for communication. But you can always come to my DM in case you want to ask me or you want to learn from me. All right, so I'll hear one or two person, or if not, we'll just end the call.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, what I want to ask is, if someone wants to learn from you, something like data science now, what are the criteria? What the person required to do in order to learn from you?
Okay, so if you want to learn, you just have to have your laptop with you and have your stable data connection and have your mind ready. Those are the three things that is the basic requirements: laptop, internet connection, and your mind. So if these three things are ready, then the only thing that will be struggle for you is your time. You just have to keep time for yourself, meaning that you need to dedicate a minimum of 8 hours for yourself every day. But it's not possible because we all have other things we are doing. So that is just the advice. But if you cannot keep minimum of 8 hours for yourself every day, then at least 4 hours should be okay. Even some people will never open their laptop for 2 to 3 days. So meaning that if you can try to open your laptop, it's fine. 1 hour is still better. Just open it, see your laptop and close it back. It's better than not open. Open your laptop, look at it and close it back. It's better than not opening it at all. So meaning that advice 8 hours a day. If you can't, do 4. If you can't, do 2. If you can't, do 1. If you can't at all, open your laptop and close it back. It's better than not touching your laptop for the whole day. So if you can have your time, your mind ready, your laptop and your internet connection, then you can enroll. Depending on the one you want to enroll for, the prices are different. That is the difference. And also, the price also affects if you are the only one learning or if you are learning in a group. And the group also affects if it is a 2 person or 3 person or you are more. So that also affects the amount of money that they are going to pay. But what I just told you is the basic stuff about what you just need: your laptop, internet connection, your mind, and your time. Have that ready. You are a big boy, you are a big girl. And also mentorship. You are going to be mentored all through, meaning that you are going to be mentored as you are learning, while you are learning, after learning. That means when the class have ended, like the program have ended, and also while you are continuing your journey, depending on where you want to apply it into. You can apply your skill in engineering, in medicine. You guys can even pack with myself to even show you the current big boy in town. Or should I say, yeah, let me use the word big girl. The current big girl in town. Let me try to, maybe this might pick up more questions from you guys. Yeah, let me just try to view it to everyone. So yeah, so that the questions can be well understood. Present something else. The window, show this guy. So I don't know if you can see my screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your. Yes, I can see your screen.
Yeah, fine. So the honest truth is that I also can graphics. I can do graphics. I finished secondary school and used 2 years. I used 2 years to learn computer. No, that time go for computer training now. Yes, in fact, even till now, I'm still angry. I'm angry to the society and to the person that actually taught me. It's not a fault, but I'm very, very, all of us personally, are actually angry one way or the other that we're learning tech now. Why tech has been existing since 1970 something, 90 something. So how will someone finish secondary school and they don't know what they call programming or Python, like that black screen? You don't know what they call that black screen. You're just learning no, all gates, computers. You learn computers and electronic machine from primary school till graduate. Computers and electronics machine till finish SS3. I don't know whether anybody come across Python programming, Java, and C++ when they are in secondary school. I didn't come across that, and that been existing even before they give birth to everybody here. How do we have internet that have been existing since? How did Google come that been existing since? So why is it that it's now about all this thing? And I learned computer training for 2 years, Corridor, Photoshop, PowerPoint, anything has to do with computer repair, installation, fixing of computer, troubleshooting. I learned those things, even printing. I learned it for 2 years, and nobody opened the door of programming for that 2 years. It's not fair. But that is not the person's that is not not the fault. Maybe doesn't have the knowledge. But I enter university before I now know what they call programming that programming is existing. So I studied mechanical engineering, but I'm trying to share you guys this stuff. Now what am I trying to go into? Of March 2025, which is this month. It's about applying data and AI in healthcare and clinical practices, meaning that I was trying to say how much you can apply your skill, your field of what programming. You can apply it in any field. You can apply it in engineering, healthcare, medicine. If I now realize that, I even finished a design yesterday that I just shared out to everywhere. Let me even share to everybody to see that I'm not just speaking, it's happening. So I would like to welcome everyone to the March edition of our Beyond. This is my brand, Lunastech. So we have February edition, we have January edition, and we have the March edition. So this is the March edition that is coming up, Beyond Space Time. If you have anybody that is actually into medical field, even engineers that are actually going to robotic system, biomedical engineering, anybody that actually would like to actually work in the medical or healthcare. I want to know how much you can apply your field of engineering or data into cognitive science. Cognitive science meaning artificial intelligence, how you can actually apply it into healthcare. This thing that this man is holding now, you can work there. You can work as a biomedical engineer, as a analyst or the machine learning AI engineer that is trying to build the algorithm that is going to make someone to scan brain very well, cancer well, can be doing cancer well, HIV, Ebola trend, and the rest. So if you want to know much about how much data and AI is being applied to this field, you can do it to attend the webinar. Is free, 100% free. You can see there is if you have a friend, a family member that is doing medical or health, you can just send this to their group chat and they will just join. So that should be all. If you have any question, you can ask. But that is what I'm trying to say in terms of how much more you can apply your field of what data science or programming. There's no limit to just engineering or chemical engineering, production engineering. You can become the tech guy in any category, any field, any area, provided that what they just need you is your what they need your skill. All right, so that is it. So if anybody have anything to say, you can let me know. Okay, am I still in the call?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I believe that. Oh, I think I was losing connection.
No, actually, I think no one asked a question. Or if you have a question, please unmute your mic to ask. So I think no one asked a question.
We lost network connection, trying to reconnect. But I'm actually very glad that I'm still in the call. So if that is so, then you can just close the class, please.